Hey everybody, David Skarica here, stock chart of the day. So great way to end the week, I guess. You can see the GLD is up over $3, which equates to about $30 in gold terms. We're now at a new closing high on a weekly basis. Still have not broken the intraday high, that reversal day of just over a month ago, but it does look like, kind of I was saying the other day, all asset markets now look like they're bottoming and they're turning higher. So this is great. We're seeing this. Some junior stocks I own are just ticking up a few pennies every single day. I'm really excited about what's going on. I don't know how long term is going to be because I have my worries over the market. It almost feels a bit like 2019, maybe, where the gold was breaking out and then it got smashed a bit by that 2020 COVID crash, but then came right back up. So maybe we're going to see something like that if what I think plays out. But it's like we have to see that when it happens. Major breakout in silver today, over $30 an ounce. This is a 5-year chart, and you can see we're actually right at that intraday high of the in 2021, where we had this kind of reversal day. But we're basically breaking out on the SLV. And again, if we go back and look back like 20 years on this thing, what you're going to see is really once we break this 30 in silver, again, then you've got this kind of 40 to 45 range, that's what this is here on the SLV. And then you've got obviously the all-time high. I think that even if we see this smash, because I think this next 2 months could be potentially a huge breakout. I always hate trying to predict markets short terms because no one knows what's going to happen short term, right? But the one thing I have to say here is I just really like this action that is happening. I just like this, and then you're kind of coinciding this with the stock market maybe seeing that final lunge higher as well. So this is the GDX. You can see we kind of broke this. The next range really in resistance is the 40 to 42 range, and then after that, again, you're really talking the highs back here in 2011. And if we go look at the GDXJ, it's the same thing. And one thing I've been talking about is, like in the silver stocks that we have positions in, Endeavor up another 10% today, is that if we go look at, and this is during a cyclical bear market or secular bear market, which really lasted from 2011. Let's say it lasted till this year. Because even with these rallies, even the absolute low was 26.6, if you adjust things for inflation or the fact it's underperformance, really this is about a 13-year cyclical bear market. So you can see this move here down to here, it's really horrible. So in Endeavor, but you can see these moves up, like boom, straight up. So it has these like basically 6 to 12 to 18-month period where Endeavor goes straight up, and the consolidations are very small. So that's kind of what I thought here. Like we had this small consolidation here and went higher again. So I'm extremely happy about this. For paying members, I'll do it. I just did an update for you guys. I'll do another one this weekend for you, and we'll because I didn't have one last weekend, so kind of doing making up for it by having 2 and 3 days. So for paying members, we're going to talk about maybe some of our junior positions which are starting to prop up, et cetera. So I'm very happy. Like one of our sponsor companies was up a lot yesterday, up again huge today. And look at this base again. This is Aftermath Silver. I did very well in this. In 2019 to 2020. And you can see the resistance here was around 34, 35. We're now up at 43. Yeah, again, the disclosure is they are a sponsor company. And you can see this kind of huge move up and breakout that's now going on. And this, they have a big resource. So this is a very leveraged play in silver. Like, look at this. This is, again, the kind of I call it trading in the box. Let's draw the box right now. You can see the box right now. And you can see, boom, this is today is the breakout in Aftermath Silver. And probably the next resistance is about 60 cents, which is this 2021 period. And then you're talking here, like Aftermath Silver is a type of stock that if this, we were to break out in, in silver to 50, this could definitely be a $2-3 stock. Like that is a very leveraged play to the price of silver. When it started in 2019 at 8 cents, and silver went to, $30 a share, you can see it went from 8 cents to $1.60. So, there's a lot more shares outstanding now, but course, $50 is a lot higher than and their project, and their project is a lot further along as well. So anyhow, that is looking good as well. So that's basically it. And it shows you, remember, I did a video a few months ago and I said, when Newmont had their rotten earnings, I said, was this basically the psychological bottom of, the gold stocks? And I also asked, was this a bottom in gold stocks and maybe a top in other sectors? Now, I do think the market will continue to break out, but what's kind of interesting is essentially that period of like late February, early March was the top in NVIDIA and AI stocks as of now, and was the bottom in gold stocks. So that's the kind of funny thing here, is that that's the kind of funny thing here as well. So like I said, I still think I'm still pretty, you can see the markets are basically flat today with gold and silver breaking out a lot. So I'm basically, I'm still pretty bullish. Like I said, I still think I think what's happening now with the stock market is, we'll quickly look at the NASDAQ 100 here. Well, it actually did break out, but I think, we're kind of just above these highs and the Dow's right at the highs. So we're kind of just consolidating. I don't think this will be a long consolidation, here, and then probably start to move higher. I didn't really think this breakout would happen until about June. So it's actually happened a little earlier than I thought. So then I thought, so this could happen for another few weeks. Anyhow, but I just wanted to show everyone, gold stocks doing great. You can see the US dollar has actually come down a little bit here. But gold stocks, equities, looks like now everything's starting to break out, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I don't know what the interest rate outlook is. Let's just do it. Let's do it together here. It's a great thing about doing this kind of off the cuff sometimes. Even though it's supposed to be one chart every day, why not? They're getting your money's worth, I guess you could say. So let's go out to like the end of this year, which is December. Those ones over a year out are very so you can see, right now we're here. So basically there's about a 70% chance there'll be 2 rate cuts by December. So I don't know if that's going to happen. If I'm correct, and we see this massive blow off this summer in all asset classes and commodities go up, I don't see any way they're raising rates, because if commodities are going up, like copper is breaking out as well. I talked about maybe it was a little too early for copper, but I can admit when I'm wrong. We're right close to here, although it does look short-term toppy, but but I might want to wait for a decline. Although this is not today. Let's go look at the this is the copper ETF. See, it's back up today, so it's got this stupid thing here. But yeah, so it is kind of breaking out today. So yeah, look, that's the problem. But, we're in gold and silver, so I don't really care about maybe being underweight copper. So, and I think too, now I am noticing some of these juniors I have, like I just showed you Aftermath and some of the others. I'll show you another company. They're still a sponsor, and I've talked about this one in the past. We did, Gold Shores, you can see, is firming up here. So especially the companies that have larger resources, they really seem to be like kind of moving here. So that's great as well. So it does look pretty positive here, and it may look like maybe the juniors will get a bid this summer. The best thing would be happen if there's some kind of continued consolidation in the markets and they don't move higher, maybe until later in the year. That'd be the most positive thing, because then I think commodities would really rip under that scenario over next year. But I'm still kind of with the scenario that we're going to have some kind of high in markets in the summer. I think right now what's happening in both the Dow and S&P, I'll talk about this maybe more on the weekend, is they're both, again, kind of at their high resistance levels. So just stalling out a bit there, right? So, and I think I'm just going to leave it on that note. And I hope you enjoyed this update. And yeah, it's a big breakout today in gold and silver.